When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Okay, ja, besonders interessiert mich an The Fashionable Late One, Mrs. Stiletto Heels, falls es jemandem aufgefallen ist. Okay, dann ja, quatschen wir gleich mal mit George.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Okay, ja. Klar, mit dem kann ich auch sonst immer quatschen. Was sagt Thomas? Der steht da, wie er da steht. Naja.
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Okay, if it's gonna help you any.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Did it tell you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
Schade.
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach.
Ja, warum hast du mir nicht gezeigt?
A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
Sehr schön, sehr schön. Okay.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Jupp. Haben alles im Griff hier. Oh, ist er weg. Alles klar. Das ist ja auch ein komischer Kauz, der. Kaffee. Sehr schön. So, ich wollte aber eigentlich mit Emily quatschen. Dann haben wir nämlich die Polizisten schon mal abgefrühstückt.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet?
Nein.
When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Ah, okay. Alles klar. So, das ist no relation to the case, I'd figure. Vor allen Dingen sehen die alle gleich aus. Ja, statt der Klone oder was hier. Ja, okay, aber hier hat niemand so ein Zeichen über dem Kopf und ich habe da drüben eben schon, genau, hier diese, hä? Da, genau, jetzt aber. Dieses Suspect-Zeichen gesehen. Das heißt, da gibt es wohl doch Leute, mit denen wir quatschen können. Wo sind wir hier eigentlich? Ach ja, dieses Town Center. Können wir uns auch gerade mal umgucken. Sehr schön. Wer? Ah, Mrs. Stiletto Heels. Hallo, hallo. Cigarette Heavy. Eingepackt. Carol. A diva and her own boss at her age. Quite impressive. Character-wise, a stark contrast to her brother Thomas. Ein starker Kontrast? Stark Contrast? Ist das Englisch? Huh. Naja, quatschen wir mal mit ihm.
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest. A goddess.
Okay. Ach ja, ich habe übrigens dieses Profiling-Problem vom letzten Mal in den Griff bekommen. Ich habe auch nachgelesen, das lag tatsächlich an einer Einstellung in diesem Patch, den ich applied habe, den ich runtergeladen habe. Oh, das wollte ich gar nicht. Die Einstellung habe ich jetzt ausgeschaltet. Das war irgendwie, ich glaube, verbesserte Schatten oder irgend so ein Blödsinn. Das habe ich jetzt einfach ausgeschaltet und seitdem sollte das Profiling, dieses Video, auch nicht mehr links oben in der Ecke erscheinen, sondern richtig komplett über den Bildschirm verteilt. Ich denke, das Video, das man eben gesehen hat, hat das schon bewiesen. Let's hear what this person has to say. Ja, ich finde es gerade ein bisschen schade, dass wir Anna nie kennengelernt haben. Sie scheint ja echt ein netter Mensch gewesen zu sein. So, Moment, ich sammle hier gerade das mal ein. Polly kennen wir doch schon. Suspect? Was ist mit ihr los? Was? Sie hat nur einen Schuh? Okay. Oh, hallo. Hallo. Schickes Outfit. Moment, aber ich wollte erst den da oben. Ascha kennen wir schon. Ascha und Fiona, genau. Die kennen wir doch schon. Den hier kennen wir noch nicht. Wer bist du? Sprich.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
The General, owner of the scrapyard.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the General. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, nor a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. He calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Ja, okay, aber das ist, glaube ich, normal. Also, dass er sich General nennt, obwohl er nur ein Sergeant war, meine Güte. I should go to bed soon. Willst du mich verarschen? Mann, Mann, Mann. Francis York Morgan. Was mache ich nur mit dir? So, warte, du trinkst jetzt nochmal einen schönen schwarzen Kaffee, Junge. Ne? Schwarzer Kaffee, Junge. Alter. So. Müsste reichen.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
Der Finger.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Ups. Naja gut, da geht also offensichtlich was ab zwischen den beiden hier.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Okay, ich will mir das gerade mal aufschreiben, weil ich fürchte fast, dass das Spiel uns das nicht vorschreiben wird. Weil wir sollten ja eben schon zum Scrapyard, um den General zu sehen. Dann sollten wir, wie hieß sie jetzt? Sally, glaube ich. Sally ist Annas Mutter. So, die sollten wir auch besuchen. Wie gesagt, ich schreibe mir das hier gerade mal ein bisschen auf. Für den Fall, wer seid ihr denn? Dass mir das nachher nicht mehr gesagt wird. Was seid ihr denn für welche? Okay. Hab ich euch eben übersehen. Hier haben wir noch einen. Okay. Ja, komm, sprich ihn an.
Good evening, Agent.
Buh.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna. Her smile. So warm. Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but Maybe we should at least check it out.
Graveyard ist notiert. Alles klar. Ja, das war ja mal ein Freak, aber gut, das scheinen hier alle ein bisschen freakig drauf zu sein. So, was sagt ihr beiden hier?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Quint Dunn, Darts Bar employee. I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself, Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Gar nicht übel, Sherlock. Gar nicht übel. Okay, aber ich dachte, ich quatsch mit beiden hier. Moment, was denn mit dem anderen?
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Interessant. Ich bin schon der Meinung, dass es eventuell helfen könnte, aber gut. Dann, wen haben wir denn noch hier? Die beiden hatten wir schon. Die ganze Bagage hier unten hatten wir noch nicht. Suspect, die sind noch unbekannt. 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 Okay, fangen wir einfach mal hier an, würde ich behaupten.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Olivia Cormack, Nick's wife. Sonst hat sie keine...
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.